There's a wind warning in place for tomorrow, up to 95 kilometers per hour. This is so beautiful. It's so hard to walk. It's been quite a tough day. The tent is still standing. Wow, this is bittersweet now. Feels a bit like a fail and like a letdown, to be honest. We've made it! Hi, my name is Ellie. I'm a long-distance hiker and backpacker. Enjoying a cup of coffee with a view is my absolute happy place. And this is Otto, an adopted stray dog, crisps lover, and the best hiking companion. Come join us as we explore the great outdoors, one trail at a time. In summer of 2024, Otto and I embarked on one of England's most famous long-distance hikes, Wainwright's Coast to Coast, a 192-mile-long walk across England from west to east. This is the last part. Come join us for days 12 to 14, where we explored the North York Moors and finished the trail in Robin Hood's Bay. Good morning everyone, on day 12 of the Coast to Coast walk. If all goes to plan, we only have 3 days left, which is incredible. We just set off from Lordstones campsite and I had a breakfast at the cafe. Unfortunately they don't have a lot of vegan options, but I got the beans on toast. We had a pretty good night, as you can see and probably hear. It's still very windy, but the campsite is perfect for these conditions because it's very sheltered, but obviously you can hear the wind in the trees, which was very noisy. And now we're on our way. The sun just came out 5 minutes ago. It was drizzling all morning so far, but yeah, it's supposed to get a bit drier and less windy throughout the day. We are on our way up to the moors. Again, I think there's a little bit of going up and down today, but I'm so excited to see more of the moorland area. I really like this open space, all the colors, the heather, the purple. It's just beautiful. I'm aiming to get to the Lion Inn at Blakey Ridge, which is a very famous, iconic pub on the Coast to Coast walk, and apparently one not to be missed. It's not a very long day, I think it's about 11 miles, but it's either camping there or doing like 21, 22 miles even, and that's a bit too long, and all the rest, like camping in between, I think it's going to be way too exposed because there's a wind warning in place for tomorrow, like for tomorrow morning, for tonight basically. So I think by far my best option is to camp in the pub garden, to be a bit sheltered by the pub or the walls around it. I think that's the most sensible option given the weather. And yeah, that's the plan for today. Let's go! Ooh, there's a rainbow. Wow, look at that, this is stunning. We've climbed up this hill, down on this side, and then up the next one. There are a couple of them on today's trek, so basically are dropping down to like 300 meters, going up to 400 meters again. But it's so beautiful. I really like this stretch today. This is so beautiful and also very wet and windy. Ooh, I think these are the Wainstones. Bit of scrambling, but not too hard. Ooh. This would be such a perfect spot for a wild camp if it wasn't that windy. Wow, look at this view! Ooh, quite some steep climbs this morning. I think this is number 3 or number 4, but I think the terrain is going to be a bit more level after this hill and yeah, a bit easier walking. This is so beautiful. These are the hills that we came over this morning. 1, 2, 3, and this is the 4th one. Wow, it's just stunning. I love the colors. This is really a day of 2 halves. This morning it was quite slow going with a couple of steep climbs and then even steeper downhill sections, almost like steps going down, which was kind of hard on the knees. And it took us like 2.5 hours to walk 7 kilometers, I think. But now it's so much easier. Look at that, walking on the moors. It's just so, yeah, easy walking, and the weather is nice too. It's still very windy, but so far it's been dry. I'm really excited to get to the pub to get some real food, because I didn't have like anything others than energy bars, or yeah, I mean I was in a cafe yesterday, but for evening meal I only had my dehydrated meals for a couple of nights now. The only thing I'm still worried about a bit is the like tent situation, whether I will be able to find a sheltered spot, whether they will let me camp in the like beer garden, which is like enclosed with some walls, but I don't know, it's still probably very windy. So yeah, this is the only thing that I'm hoping, that I can find something that's a bit sheltered. I mean, the wind shouldn't be that horrible during the night, but it will get very, very, very windy. I think up to 95 kilometers per hour tomorrow morning. So yeah, I hope I can find something that's not too bad, to have not the worst night ever. that's our end for tonight. That's the Lion Inn pub at Blakey Ridge, and as you can see, it's quite exposed on top of the moors, so I really hope that I can find something that's not too bad when it comes to the wind. Ooh, da 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 da! There it is! We've made it to the pub, and isn't this location just stunning on top of the moors? And they actually let me pitch the tent behind the wall, so I hope it's not going to be too bad tonight. As you can see, there are a couple of other hikers here as well. So far I'm pretty happy, and they were so kind in the pub and welcoming. Seems like a really nice place. The pub is so beautiful. It's a really old pub with like dark wooden ceilings, and yeah, it's just very cozy in there. I already saw they have a couple of vegan options, so yeah, even better. And let's get some food. This is the end of day 12 on the coast to coast hike. Just had a really nice dinner in the pub. It's so comfy and cozy and warm inside. But I think I'm going to have an early bedtime because tomorrow morning, as I said, it's supposed to be very windy, like up to I think 95 kilometers per hour wind. And even though I'm pitched behind the pub, I think it's going to be pretty windy, so I'm prepared to take down the tent pretty early and yeah, go into the pub. It's open from 7 a.m. and I booked a breakfast there, just yeah, if it's really bad and really wet, so that I can yeah, have the option of warming up inside. Today has been a pretty nice day, apart from the strong cold winds, but other than that it was really nice just being up on the moors, walking, having amazing views, seeing the heather and all the beautiful colors. It was really, really nice. I really enjoyed today's stretch a lot. Wish me luck that the wind is not going to be too bad, and we'll see you tomorrow. Good night! We survived the night. As you can see, the tent is still standing. The pub just opened, so I think I'm going to get all my stuff and take the tent down because the rain is only going to get worse, and then just sit in there and wait for breakfast. Ooh, so happy that we've made it through the night. Good morning everyone! On day 13, the penultimate day on the coast to coast walk. As you can hear, it's incredibly windy. It's so cold, but as you can see, the rain has stopped. The sun is out, and I'm just so happy that we survived the night. I got up pretty early when the wind was about to really pick up. I take down the tent. The pub was already open at 7, so we all, like everyone who camped in the garden, just packed their packs and went inside. We could spread out our gear, try everything. It was just so comfy. It's a beautiful pub. The people are so friendly towards hikers, and yeah, really went above and beyond to make us feel welcome and yeah, as safe as possible in these conditions. The wind should be at its peak now and then slowly drop a little bit, which I hope it does. It's mainly downhill today towards Clydesdale and Rosamond, and yeah, really excited for today. even though it's quite tough and I feel cold, I'm just so happy that everything was fine in the night, and yeah, that we got to stay at this beautiful place. And now I'm really excited for the sun to come out to see more of the moors, and yeah, let's go! It's so hard to walk. This is crazy how windy this is. Wow. No way! Look at that! There's the sea over there. Now it's clearly visible. Ooh, this is so nice! Ah. Ooh, it's very, very windy and almost hard to walk. But look at how stunning this is. I'm so happy that the sun is out. Wow, this is so beautiful, so many colors. Wow. We made some pretty good progress this morning. It was really easy walking, almost no climbing, and yeah, mainly going downhill on really good paths and tracks, and also a fair bit of road walking. And now we're at almost 14 kilometers and are walking into Clydesdale now. I don't think there is a lot there, maybe a cafe, I don't know, but I think I'm just going to carry on until I get to Crossmont, because apparently there's a co-op and yeah, cafe, and I think I'm going to have my break there. My plan for today is to go to Littlebeck, which in total is about 26 kilometers, and then tomorrow we can have a shorter last day with only 17 kilometers. And yeah, the weather is perfect, quite cold with the wind, but I'm so happy that the sun is out and that there's no rain, and this is just perfect. Also, I can really feel that my anxiety is gone. Yesterday I was quite afraid of the night and the wind warning, and yeah, that my tent would break or that we would have a horrible night. I don't know, I was a bit anxious yesterday, but now I feel like there's almost nothing in our way now, and nothing's going to stop us from finishing the hike, because the weather is supposed to get better, a bit less windy, and yeah, not long now. Look at that, a little shop or cafe. I just had a great little coffee break at the little farm shop in Acton Bridge, and now there are only about 9 kilometers left, I think. There's quite a bit of road walking on today's stretch, but it's still a very cute section. There's a bit of everything. There was moorland, then walking along the river Esk, cute little villages with cute little houses, and yeah, not that many options to get a coffee apart from this one here, but still I like it. It's not been hard, it's been easy walking, and yeah, just a very, very nice day. This is a very cute little village. Oh. And now there's only one steep climb out of the village left, and then down on the other side, only about 6 kilometers, 3.5 miles. Ooh, wow. It really is a steep climb. Ooh, this really is a steep climb, especially after we've done already 22 kilometers and didn't get a good night's sleep last night. So yeah, this is quite tough now, but I think it's not too long. And then it's all downhill to Littlebeck. But look at that, the sea was still kind of far away this morning, but now look at that. It's so close. I think this is Whitby, so not Robin Hood's Bay where we actually end, but still it's so close now. Wow. This is Littlebeck. Look at how cute this is. We've covered 28 kilometers, so it's been a pretty long day. I'm really tired, but I think it's only about 400 meters to get to our campsite, which is also a B&B for coast-to-coast walkers, and they let you camp in the garden. And yeah, really happy. I didn't shower for 3 days, so really happy to get a shower to set up the tent. It's still very wet from this morning, so yeah, let it dry out and yeah, just have a rest. And I think Otto is really like done too now. I made it to the little farm campsite, which is basically just the garden of a B&B at Intake Farm. And this is so beautiful. Look at how cute this is. And the host was so friendly. She made me a coffee and offered me a piece of cake, and yeah, I had a shower inside, like a real shower, not just a campsite shower, but basically her own shower, like in the house, which was so nice just to have an entire bathroom. It's been quite a tough day overall. I don't really know why. I think it was just very long, 29 kilometers, and yeah, I don't know, there wasn't even that much elevation, but still, I don't know, in the sun it felt like it was a bit tiring, and also there was a lot of road walking, but we've made it. Only 10 miles to go now to Robin Hood's Bay. Yeah, I couldn't be happier. We've made it, everything's fine. We're going to have a really good rest and yeah, enjoy our last evening on the trail. I'm pretty happy that we're finishing tomorrow. It's been a really great adventure, but I can also feel that we both need a little bit of rest. We had some pretty long days, cold days, windy days, wet days. So yeah, I'm really excited to finish tomorrow and to end another trail. Just one last thing, because as you can see, I found the, in my opinion, best crisps again today. Good night, see you tomorrow. Good morning everyone on day 14, on the last day of the Coast to Coast walk. Otto and I had a really good night for a change. After the wind of the last couple of nights, it was really quiet and peaceful, and yeah, the farm is really nice. The host is so kind and welcoming, and yeah, we had a really good night there and a very good rest for our last couple of miles. There's a little tea room cafe, apparently very beautiful, by a little waterfall not too far. on the trail, and that opens in half an hour. And you know me, I can't possibly walk past a cafe in the morning that's about to open like a couple of minutes later. So I took my time and going there for my breakfast coffee. Maybe they even have vegan cake or something. I'm really excited for this last day. It's also, to be honest, yesterday I thought I would be very happy, like mainly happy to finish, because it's been, yeah, a bit tough, cold, wet. But now, obviously, as always, it's also bittersweet. I feel like we finally are in our stride and, yeah, in the rhythm, and yeah, that feels really good. So it's a bit, yeah, it's bittersweet too, but obviously I'm also very happy to finish another trail. I am so happy that we've made it. I'm really happy that we get to walk along the coast again for the last couple of miles. Really excited for this last day, for some more views, a great coffee, and later on then finishing this beautiful, beautiful trail. So let's go! I got my coffee and even a snack bar for Otto. This is a really cool little place. It's so nice to have Otto off the lead, because the last few days there always were some shooting noises. Yesterday there were people like crows shooting on the moors, and yeah, he always had to be on the lead. But this is so nice for him to roam around a bit. This really shows how like divided England is when it comes to the weather, or at least it has been this week. This usually could be very boggy, but it's almost completely dry. And then on the western side of England there's been so much rain this week. Overall, I think we've been quite lucky with the weather. Honestly, we had that one horrendous day with so much rain when we hiked from Patterdale to Shap. But apart from that, it's not been too bad, honestly. A couple of showers, drizzle here and there, but nothing really serious. I mean, the wind has been a bit annoying, but for the most part it's been really like ideal weather for hiking, not too hot, a bit cloudy or overcast. So yeah, I think I was very lucky with the weather. This is so beautiful. I can't get enough of those colors. I am so happy. I don't really know why, because I didn't really doubt that we wouldn't make it to the finishing point, but still, obviously you never know. And the first days of the walk have been a bit tougher than expected, honestly, but maybe also because we weren't really in our routine yet. Yeah, it's always just such a nice feeling of accomplishment, and yeah, especially since we had a couple of tougher days, but yeah, we pushed through, and yeah, this is just a really nice feeling, especially if you're out for 2 weeks, which is quite a long time. So yeah, this feels really good. Ooh, look at this sign. Honesty shop half a mile ahead. Ooh, nice hot and cold drinks and snacks. Oh, look at that. This is like the cutest thing ever. Oh, oh, cute. Look at that. Oh, it's in ice cream. Wow. This is so cool and such a perfect fitting ending for the coast to coast walk, to have the last couple of miles along the coast and to have a bit of coast walking on both sides. This is so cool and really like ties in the entire walk. This is so cool. Wow. I think I'm forever a coast walker at heart. I don't know, there's just something very, very special for me to walk along the coast and something that's hard to beat for me. Yeah, this is so cool. Wow, this is gorgeous. Wow, crazy, look at that. Only half a mile left. Oh, this is incredible. 122 miles and these are the last few hundred meters. Ooh, wow, this is bittersweet now to be at the end of another long distance trail. 2 years ago I probably would have been very sad to go back to like normal life, to a job I wasn't happy in, and yeah, usually at the end of my trails I always felt this like feeling of okay, this is really shit that it's over. But now I know that it's just the end of one adventure, and I realize that this is a huge privilege to be able to just keep hiking, do what I love most. The past 2 years quitting my job and following this passion and trying to build something for myself haven't always been easy. Obviously it's quite hard doing this on a budget, on a tiny budget, but this makes me more happy than anything else. And I'm so happy that this is just the end of one adventure. There's so many more trails to hike, there's so many more adventures to embark on with Otto, and yeah, so now I just have this feeling of happiness that we finished another trail. I'm proud, and yeah, this is such a great feeling. I'm so happy. This is Robin Hood's Bay. Oh, this is very, very cute. This is it, the end. This is a bit of a letdown because I can't get my picture taken. There's so many people there. And I can't throw my pebble in either because the tide is out. So yeah, bit of a weird ending, but we've made it! Ooh, look at that, we're there! Done! Ooh, I got Otto some treats. Ooh, this feels a bit like a fail and like a letdown, to be honest. I don't know, I can't help it but be a bit disappointed in the end of our hike. I thought there would be this magical moment of me arriving at the hotel where the sign is outside on the wall and yeah, having a drink, getting my picture taken. But obviously that was a bit silly of me to think that, because it's a Saturday, it's nice weather, it's a bank holiday weekend, it's 4 p.m. There were so many people there and I don't know, I just felt like I was standing out so much with my pack. So I didn't do much. We just finished the hike. I mean, it's still, obviously it's just a specific place and a sign on a wall. It doesn't change anything, and we still finished the walk. I'm still very, very happy, but I don't know. It was just a bit different than I thought it would be, but it doesn't change our achievement. Otto and I are now on the short walk up a little bit out of town to our campsite for the night. I'm going to set up the tent and let Otto have a really good rest, and then for tonight, for dinner, I thought I would just go back into town, have some fish and chips, like no fish because vegan, but chips and a cider, and maybe getting my picture taken then. This is the plan. Really looking forward to have a bit less people maybe, and to cherish this special moment. But for now, I think I'm just going to set up the tent and have a little rest. This is our spot for tonight, and look at this view. I already took a shower, and now time for a celebration coffee and my last cookie, and yeah, just have a little rest, enjoying the sunshine and this happy feeling of having finished. This is what I got from the pet bakery down in the village. Unfortunately it broke, but doesn't matter. This is Otto's finisher treat. We are on our way back down to the village to get dinner and just have a little moment at the beach, just to ourselves. This is such a beautiful day. Look at the weather now. It's quite cold, but it's so nice just having a bit of sunshine. When I was in St. Bees, there was nothing open like to get dinner like at the beach. So this is really nice. This feels like the perfect ending. It's so cute and there's so much to see, and yeah, just so nice. It's a really nice place. As close to the sea as we possibly can be. I even get my pilot sign to celebrate. We are back on the campsite and ready for bed. Even though the end was a bit different than expected, we still had a really great evening, just getting some food and sitting at the beach looking out to the water. I had a cider and yeah, it was just perfect. And now one last night in the tent. I think it's going to be a really great night. It's supposed to stay dry and not too windy. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night. Good morning, everyone. We had a perfect last night in the tent. It was such a beautiful night. The stars were out and yeah, it was just so nice. And now we already set off from the campsite. I want to go to the sea, down to the village, one last time. I think I just want to get a coffee and sit at the beach for a little bit, and I also need to throw our pebble in and yeah, just have this moment of reflection just on the journey. And yeah, I think this is going to be so nice. And also we need to get our picture taken at the iconic sign. this feels much more like the ending I had hoped for. Ooh, yay! I guess now it's official. We've made it! Oh, this is so perfect. Only one thing left to do is to throw this pebble in. Let's go! This is it. This is the end. This feels incredible. I even got my coffee. This is now the perfect morning. This is it. This is the end, the official end of the coast to coast hike. It took us 14 days and it's been an incredible adventure. There was so much to see, so much variation. It was just a beautiful walk. There's a lot of infrastructure and yeah, it was just perfect overall. I mean, there was a bit of bad weather here and there, but overall I'm really, really happy with the experience and I enjoyed it a lot. It was honestly, I think, in the top 3 of my favorite walks in the UK that we've done so far, just because there was so much to see, so much variation, really good infrastructure catered towards hikers, and it definitely would be a walk that I would do again. But for now, this is it for this adventure. I'm really excited for our next one. Thank you so much for following along, for supporting our hike. It's been incredible, and receiving your kind messages of support and encouragement. That's so nice. I'll finish my coffee now and then we'll take the bus and the train to go back to the car. And yeah, this is it. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for everything, and we'll see you very, very soon. Bye!